Welcome back, everybody. Back to the NROC, the National Results Operations Centre here in Pretoria. It's a fabulous place to be. I have to tell you, every election, it just gets greater and greater to be here. This, I think, is about the fourth election that I've managed to work on when it comes to the national elections, and this is just fantastic. The atmosphere here is unbelievable, and throughout the day, it just gets more electrifying, which is nice. And you can only imagine in all of the other provinces, it's feeling exactly the same way. That's why we're breaking away, just to give you an idea of what's happening in the respective provinces. But before we go there, I just want to tell you that as the voting and the counting stands now, the ANC have broken through the 3 million mark. So they've gone above 3 million when it comes to the amount of votes that they have. And the EFF have broken through 200,000 votes. They're heading now to their fifth seat in Parliament. They're on 211,000 votes in the 2014 elections. So that, I think, they should be quite proud of. The DA is currently at 1,323 votes. The EFF is 218. I told you, the votes come in so fast here. Every time you look away, it gets higher. The IFP is coming in at fourth position with 109,492 votes. So that's what the picture looks like this morning with the voting districts. I think we've gone up to about 15% of the voting districts have been counted. We spoke a little bit earlier about the PAC and this being a very sad election for them. They're at 9,439. This could mean or spell the end of the PAC in these elections. The PA, that's the Patriotic Alliance, it looks like they're getting 8,067 votes. That's Kenny Kunene and Gayton Mackenzie's party. So those are the votes for them right now. Let's focus in on the Western Cape right now. And quite a bit earlier, there was a big loud cheer from the desk of the Western Cape, well, not the Western Cape, from the DA, when it looked like that they did get their majority in the Western Cape. Well, that's what the predictions are saying. Let's put the Western Cape hopefully on screen right now, and we'll be able to tell you what the results look like. Then we're going to cross over to Asunda, who's monitoring the situation. That's what the IEC Centre looks like in the Western Cape. What I can tell you, however, from the big board, we've got the ANC at 368,746,000 votes. We've got the DA at 767,971 votes, and the EFF coming quite strongly at 21,346. So that's a nice showing for them there in the Western Cape. I wonder if they're happy with that. Those are the ones to report on. Those are the noteworthy ones. And the ACDP also in double figures at 13,244. I think that's the biggest presence that the ACDP has got in any province for now. Asunda is standing by. She'll be able to give us a better analysis of what's happening in the Western Cape. Asunda, are the DA feeling quite comfortable that they've pretty much so got this province? How are things going there?
Well, good morning and welcome to the IEC Centre here at Bellville in the Western Cape. Indeed, Leanne, the DA is probably very, very happy that it has managed to retain the majority, but it had earlier indicated that it's quite comfortable with its performance in the province. But before we go to all that discussion, we will start with Bulelani Philip, who is at Gugulethu, to get us a better sense of how people are feeling about the results and the expectations of what the results will mean for them. Bulelani, good morning. What's happening at Gugulethu? Are people in touch with how the results are looking so far?
Good morning to you, Asanda, and to the viewers. Of course, as you can see behind me, we are at the Aeona taxi rank in the middle of Gugulethu. And I can tell you that the dominant conversations amongst the people is the anxiety and the long wait of hearing the final result. Now, people have been talking amongst themselves and saying that they are quite happy about the way the electoral process went, and now they are looking forward to hear what the final result will be. Of course, people are pinning their hopes on the parties that they voted for. Now, to talk to me more about what is happening is one of the people who took part in the electoral process, Mr. Zakoa Boklas. Now, sir, tell us more, like you are the one of the people that voted yesterday. What would you expect the incoming administration to do for you?
Good morning, sir. We voted yesterday. Now we just waiting for our government and ask him that they can help us here. We need a lot of facilities here. The first of all is our permits. We're still waiting for the permits for a long time here. Then now we extend the job like a long distance. We are still waiting for the permits for the long distance. We're trying to maintain our business here, that is to buy new taxis. There's a lot of new taxis here trying to maintain the business, but our government doesn't look after us. Now we need some more toilets here. We only got 2 toilets in the shed here. We still need the roof covering all the sheds here, because now we need our passengers to be covered.
All right.
Especially
we'll have to leave it at that, Mr. Klaas. I wish we had more time. As you can see, us under, people are passionate about the things that they wanted for, but of course it's going to be a long wait up until we hear the final election results, and it's now back to you in the studio.
Well, thank you, Bulelani. People want their votes worth from the politicians, not just to give them away. Well, to give us more insight into what the results are looking like and what they mean is Professor Erwin Schweller from the University of Stellenbosch. Prof, we knew that the DA would most likely retain its majority, but let's talk a bit about the performance of the ANC as it campaigned hard to try and wrestle the province from the DA. What could have influenced the outcome so far?
Well, first of all, it's a highly contested province, and being highly contested, there's a big prize here for both parties. In many other places, there's the expectation that what will happen happens. Here, however, the contestation is we want to win the province. That's what both parties say. The ANC, I think, will probably be quite disappointed. They've put in a huge effort deploying and employing their big guns in the province in order to gain support. They had lots of campaigns in the province. They invested highly. Unfortunately, it does seem at this point in time, although there is still votes being counted, that the DA will come very close to their predicted majority in the province of about 60%. I saw Dr. Ivan Meyer, the leader of the DA, this morning here at the IEC Centre, and he is very excited about the prospects in that regard.
Let's talk quickly about the newcomers, EFF, Patriotic Alliance. How's their performance? What does their performance mean for interest in the province?
Well, it's interesting that the Patriotic Alliance seem to have had quite a lot of ambition, and I heard interviews yesterday where they talked about the possibility of even forming a coalition with the DA in the Western Cape. So far, that has not materialized. They are showing something like 0.55% of the vote. This is about half an hour or so ago, but that trend seems to be solidified. They do perhaps have more possibilities in the rural areas, which are still being counted. Interesting, the economic freedom fighters are doing quite well, although at 1.7, 1.8% at this point in time, and probably that is where they will consolidate. That is lower than their national total, which is, of course, understandable. An interesting trend here is that it seems that as if the Vryheidsfront Plus is doing quite well in the province, or better than the last time.
Professor, let's quickly go to Vanessa Puna, who is at Cape Town Station. Vanessa, are people in touch with what's happening on the election results this morning? He's struggling to connect to Vanessa right there. We will try her later on in the day. For the moment, though, is Agang performing as well as they had thought?
Well, if I was in the position of Agang, I would seriously look at what happened in this election campaign, because it seems as if there is very little support, well, at least not in the Western Cape, and it has not materialized to the extent that they would have hoped.
Professor, thank you very much. That's Professor Erwin Schweller from the University of Stellenbosch. For now, we'll go back to Pretoria.
For a long time, because we've been here since.
Thank you very much to Asanda.